You want to get into your new snazzy fragrance brand that's probably owned by Estee Lauder, L'Oreal or LVMH, but you don't know where to start. You think that some fragrances have a certain maturity level. I personally think they do. I'm not sure if everyone else agrees, but I think some fragrances smell more mature than others. That is why this video has been created. I want to tell you for each brand, we've got 4 brands today, 3 fragrances each, which fragrance is best for each age range. We're going teenagers, guys in their 20s, and then guys who are 30s and up, the more mature range. I appreciate I'm grouping the more mature ages together, but that's because, you know, we only have 24 hours in the day, guys. We can't make this video too long. Let's begin. First off, let's start with Prada, a very nice, elegant and clean soapy brand. They make very good soapy fragrances in general. So if you want nice daily scents, more for daytime, this is the brand for you. For the teenagers, I don't have this bottle, I used to own a sample. This is Prada Ocean, the Eau de Toilette, the original. I think this is the perfect fragrance in this brand for teenagers. Prada is quite a elegant and more mature brand in general, in my opinion. That is why Ocean, I feel like, was their most youthful scent they've created to date. Of course, we have Luna Rosa Carbon, but I actually think that's quite mature. It's a more soapy and elegant version of Dior Sauvage. I think teenagers can rock it, but it's a little bit uninteresting in my opinion. Go for Ocean. It has this kind of sexy, musky, caramel approach to the perfumery here. It's a very interesting, unique scent profile. I think the scent smells great. Not the best performance, around 4 to 6 hours, but that's fine for school. For guys in their 20s, I go for something like this. Prada Luna Rosa Black. This is sort of a fragrance release that's been forgotten about in the fragrance community a little bit. It's a very unique, creative idea that's not really been replicated ever again, actually anywhere else. This smells like a sexy, rubbery skin lotion that has a lot of tonka bean. This is one of the most prominent tonka bean fragrances to date. So if you want to experience that note of tonka bean, this is a great fragrance to do it. It's a really good way to start getting into interesting perfumery. It's a darker, more intimate evening scent that has good longevity, around 8 hours. It smells like masculine skin lotion rubber. Very interesting. And then for men in their 30s, I'm gonna have to recommend this. If you can get this, Prada L'Homme Intense. Discontinued, but on the tail end of discontinuation. That is why I'm recommending it in these videos now. Get it whilst you still can. Get those last remaining bottles. Dark, powdery, mature, elegant leather and tonka bean. This is sweet iris done in a very mature and elegant way. Fantastic longevity, around 10 hours of medium projection. One of the most unique fragrances I've ever smelled in my life, and one of the best that Prada has ever created. Another great release that would have been perfect for guys in their 30s that's also been discontinued is Prada's Amber Pour Homme, which is very sad that this is gone. Oh, another masterpiece fragrance that was more on the soapy side. The great thing about getting into fragrances as a hobby is that they're an easy first step to making yourself feel better. When you start wearing fragrances, a phenomenon I've seen in myself and others I've helped get into it is that you start wanting to take care of yourself better, you start feeling more confident about yourself, and you start focusing on several aspects of your personal life. If you want to transform your appearance and how you feel about yourself in general in a fast way, I recommend you focus on your skincare. Today's video is sponsored by Tiege Hanley, who provide very convenient and easy to follow skincare for men. They provide a level 1 system that involves a daily face wash, an AM moisturizer, a PM moisturizer, and an exfoliant scrub. They have made skincare for men convenient and straightforward. We do not like to be overburdened with too many choices on the market. They provide you this level 1 system that has one leaflet that tells you all the instructions you need to follow it. You simply apply these products on your face for 10 seconds, then wash them off, and you find very soon you'll see some fantastic results. You can see these before and after pictures, as well as the countless reviews that Tiege Hanley have on their website. They are a long-established premium but affordable skincare brand for men to start taking better care of their skin. Because Tiege Hanley are sponsoring this video, you can get 30% off your first box from your level 1 system by exclusively clicking in the link in the description below, as well as in the pinned comments. And as well as that, you get a free gift, but you have to use our link, guys. Thank you so much to Tiege Hanley for sponsoring this video. By going to check them out, you also support School of Scent, guys. Let's continue. Thomas Vortigern. I love this brand, one of my favorite brands of all time, but I prefer their older stuff. They just represented creative perfumery, unique, cool, chic style of fragrances. It's a little bit difficult actually for Tom Ford to be given to teenagers because I feel like their scents are a little bit more mature in general. But hey, if you're a cool teenager who has more money to spend on fragrances, then this is probably the safest option for you at the moment. Tom Ford's Noir Extreme. A really easy to love date night scent that has a very sexy, gourmand aspect to it. It is the only fragrance in perfumery that I know of that has a coffee note in there, which is a sort of exotic Indian dairy dessert. It smells edible, smells sexy, dark, floral, vanilla, a really unique DNA that is probably unisex overall. 8 hours longevity with a soft projection. If you're in your 20s, I can recommend this fragrance here, Tom Ford's Ombre Leather, the original. The perfumery becomes a little bit more challenging here, but it's a great way to get into leather fragrances through this scent. Ombre Leather is just a simple, clean recreation of what leather smells like a brand new interior of a black leather car. Simple yet creative perfumery, long lasting, it has this handsome, smoky, masculine vibe to this. So if you want to be a sexy, playful young guy, you often like to wear leather jackets, for example. If you're muscular as well, I feel like a muscular guy can just rock this really well. Ombre Leather is one to check out. And anyone in their 30s and above, try this fragrance out. It's Private Blend Tobacco Vanille by Thomas Fortigan. This is a masterpiece fragrance that does have a lot of clones, so you can check out the clones of this fragrance. You might go for them instead, but I think everyone needs to at least check out this fragrance. It is a classic for a reason in perfumery. It made waves when it first came out. The name gives it away. It's tobacco and vanilla, but it's also gourmand because it's mixed with cacao, so it's chocolatey as well. This is a very intense fragrance, has a very unique sillage. It is a soft and medium projection, but it's going to turn heads regardless. A special occasion fragrance for sure that's blossomed a lot of clones in the industry. So you can check them out, but at the same time, I think if you haven't already, you have to check out this fragrance that started it all. You need to check out the original. The creativity on this is wild. It is a classic for a reason. I would say this is a perfect black tie fragrance. The next brand I want to talk about is Guerlain, who are a creative niche French house that have very affordable options. They do very creative fragrances for men. A lot of the times they're based around the note of almond. The L'Homme Ideal line is based around almond, and they do each flanker in a way that doesn't make them redundant. Each one has its own unique style, swagger, and unique appeal. They also do other types of fragrances, and these are the three I recommend for each different age ranges. For teenagers, I recommend the original L'Homme Ideal, the Eau de Toilette. It's very simple, straightforward, but still creative perfumery. If you really want to stand out from your peers, this is the way to do it. This is for teenagers who really love perfumery though, so I do not think a lot of teenagers will be able to understand this. This is a difficult brand to recommend to teenagers in general, but if I had to choose one, it would be this. This is handsome vanilla almond that is fairly balanced, definitely a cold weather signature with good longevity. For guys in their 20s, you can go for something a little bit more complex, go for L'Homme Ideal Extreme. I think this is a very easy fragrance to understand, but it's more complex and interesting for more mature guys now in their 20s. This smells like a Coca-Cola amber sillage in this fragrance, mixed with notes of plum, tobacco, cinnamon, and vanilla. Sexy, sweet, and smooth and spicy. Of course, because it's in the L'Homme Ideal line, it's going to have the almond note in there as well. It gives it a very unique powderiness to it. This is a fantastic cold weather signature. Maybe not for office environments, but for a casual environment in general. Daytime and evening, if you want to use this on a date night, this would be perfect as well. This is very creative perfumery. It's very, very good for the price. I'm getting about 6 to 8 hours with a soft to medium projection. In my opinion, this is the best L'Homme Ideal fragrance in all the flankers from what I've tried. And then a guy in their 30s, I actually recommend getting L'Instant de Guerlain, the Parfum version, or the Eau de Parfum. I used to own the rectangular thin bottle of the Eau de Toilette. I liked it, had a great scent profile, got me compliments at work, but I found the longevity wasn't that great. It was around 4 to 6 hours. It had a very spicy star anise note mixed with cacao and as well as other fresh notes to balance it out. So it was a balanced out spicy cacao scent. A really cool idea. It's sort of like if Armani Code, the original, the star anise, went gourmand with the chocolates. That's the kind of thing you're going for there. The Eau de Parfum I found is more intense, more rich, higher quality smelling and longer lasting. All the quality of Guerlain is very good, but I just think the Eau de Parfum exceeds the Eau de Toilette. That's the concentration I recommend. It's a great, complicated, but yet still easy to love perfumery for guys in their 30s to appreciate. And finally, the brand of Mancera, which is a great, affordable niche brand for guys who want to enter that sort of price range. So Guerlain also fits that category, but Mancera is another one a lot of guys like to go for. Teenagers need to check out Mancera's Instant Crush. It is youthful, loud, sweet, creamy florals. I would say this is unisex, very intense, very strong fragrance that took inspiration, in my opinion, from Baccarat Rouge 540, but not exactly a clone. Creamy, sweet, head turner that I think a lot of young guys will appreciate. Guys in their 20s need to try this out. Mancera's Cedra Boisé Intense. This is the Dior Sauvage of the fragrance community. For those guys who are like Dior Sauvage, wanted something that is versatile, strong, long-lasting, woody citrus, this is the DNA for you. The Intense is a big improvement over the original, I always say. Fantastic, versatile signature for a guy who wants a smoky, masculine DNA that will turn heads, last a really long time, super versatile, super good value for money. Then in your 30s and up, I think you can go for Oud Exclusive. I think this is one of the best fragrances in the brand. If you haven't seen my opinion on this before, I did a buying guide for Mancera where I reviewed as many fragrances from them as I could. and that was one of my highest rated from the brand in general. It's a synthetic oud scent, but it's a very appealing oud scent. It's oud and rose, but overall I would say this is more of an oud and amber scent, a Middle Eastern sharp masculine oud and amber. It's very strong, medium to loud projection. Do not wear this in the summertime, otherwise this is a great signature. Long lasting, 16 hours plus, and then also it's just great value for money. Super underrated scent from Mancera. Check it out, especially if you want to get into oud fragrances. Thank you for watching this video, guys. If you've tried any of these brands, how would you assign each age range to them, to their releases? And do you guys want to see other brands in more parts to this series? Thank you once again to Tiege Hanley for sponsoring this video. As I said before, guys, check the link in the description or pinned comment below to get an exclusive 30% off the first box and a free gift. Make sure to check out part 1 of this series up here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.